I love working in my car, and here are reasons why I think that you would love it too. So, as you may have noticed from the last few episodes, a lot of them have been shot inside a car. Specifically, this car, a Chevy Equinox 2013. It didn't really happen overnight, but I've come to really enjoy working from my car. And the first reason is pretty obvious. I think it's just a change of scenery. In case you haven't noticed, cars can go places. So instead of waking up every morning and staring at the same four walls all the time, I can just hop in my car and go to a park and just, get some work done there. It's also pretty great because it's a weekday, so there's usually barely any people around in the park anyway. I found this one spot that's really great on hot days where I can just get under this tree, get a bunch of shade, and just be just so good. That said, hot days are definitely on their way out since it is fall. But if I'm feeling that I want to do a couple of laps on my boosted board in my free time, there's a park for that. I get a sense of adventure every single time I go out and do work in my car, including right now. And that sense of adventure, it's such a hard thing to get, and especially in a time like this. Another thing I really like working in my car is that I pretty much have unlimited power. Kind of. I have two inverters, one in the front and one in the back, and they allow me to pretty much charge anything. I can charge my boosted board, I can charge my laptop, I can charge my phone, and it's just such a liberating experience because I don't have to charge all my things beforehand and drive all the way out here and just like pray that my battery doesn't die. I can just charge it up whenever I want because I have outlets that stay on all the time. That one does, at least. That one stays on all the time, even when the car is off like it is right now. That said, if you don't have a car that has outlets that stay on all the time, you can still kind of get away with leaving it on idle when you are parked so that you can get some power into your phone. It sounds a little wasteful. It really is really wasteful. If it makes you feel better, it's not really using all that much gasoline because it's not like you're going anywhere. So it's like you won't be losing a ton of mileage. But if you feel bad for environmental reasons, I totally get it. In that case, just, whenever you need to charge stuff, just like get into the front seat and drive somewhere else. There you go. It definitely would be better if you had a hybrid electric car or a fully electric car because you can just plug directly into the battery pack, presumably. So I guess when my Cybertruck comes in, like this will do for now, before my Cybertruck comes in. Another reason why I love working in my car is just the flexibility of my workspace. And I know what you must be thinking, like, what flexibility? The ceiling is right here. How can I make this flexible at all? Well, what I mean by that is that on some days, if I just want to get work done in the front seat, I can just roll the front seat down. On other days, if I want to just get some fresh air while I'm getting some work done, I can open up the sunroof over here, climb up, and just sit on my roof while I just get work done. And on other days, I'm sitting right over here. It's really hard to describe. The best way I can describe it, I made my own lazy boy recliner by just folding my car seats in very strange ways. So I am sitting on the back of the back seat and also the back of the front seat. It's really weird, but I swear it's really comfortable. I really like the freedom I get to make the space really my own and move things around the way I want it to. And lastly, I really like how private it feels. And it may not seem like it at first because there are windows everywhere. How private can it be? The thing is, these back windows are pretty heavily tinted, and I'm pretty sure nobody has spotted me in the back seat today at all, but I can see pretty much everything in every one, which allows me to really enjoy the outdoors without being outdoors. But of course I want to be outdoors, so I'll take a study break and go outside. But just being able to enjoy nature while you're still here getting work done is just something that you don't really get anywhere else, as cheesy as it may sound. I still just really love the fact that that this is a car and it's pretty much my own personal sound booth where I can just say what I do. Pretty much all my recordings for David the Futurist in here when I do voiceovers, and it works pretty well for that. But also it just works really well for doing a bunch of phone calls. Like I need to do like 50 customer interviews, and doing it at home just feels kind of weird because I know that I live with 2 other housemates and they're probably not, like they wouldn't be home at the time, but just starting a call now, like what if they walk in 5 minutes in, and like I just become a little bit more self-conscious. Not that they would care about what I'm saying, but just like kind of throws off my flow, if that makes any sense. And this space really affords me to say things and like try to experiment, especially with customer interviews that I wouldn't, that I definitely wouldn't otherwise. Also, I pretty much never wear headphones because I can just turn the music as loud as I want. So those are the reasons why I love working so much in my car. And I should mention that it's definitely not without its challenges. I definitely like being basically a part-time van lifer. Like I'm not that hardcore where I sleep in my car and things like that because I'm just not that hardcore for potential safety reasons and depending on where you live, legal reasons. And I really like being a part-time van lifer because I really appreciate indoor plumbing and the fact that I can have heat without turning on my engine, and I can get affordable Wi-Fi when I'm inside an actual building and not spend however much it is for mobile data when I'm tethering. At the end of the day, it's about freedom. Working from my car gives me the freedom to not only just work wherever I want and have a change of scenery, but it also gives me the freedom to charge on my devices when I really need to. It gives me the freedom to be really flexible with my workspace. It also gives me the freedom to be as private as I want. And that's something that I really appreciate every single time I step into this car and get some work done. So, what about you? Are you tired of zooming in from your bedroom every single time, or just can't find a creative corner for you to get any work done anymore? You just ran out of spaces in your house? If that's you, I would consider giving your car a try, even just for like a day or so, and you might like it. Anyway, that's all for me. I'm gonna get some work done in my car. I'm David the Futurist, and I'll see you guys in the future.